What is up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. All my labels in order. We got a bunch of orders going out the door today. I don't even know how many. I know we have 20 on the Bay. I think we have like 12 on Posh, and then we have one Depop. I think that's the number we have. Hold on, let me check. We have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. 10 on Posh, 20 on eBay, and then one on Depop. So 31 orders, and I shipped all my orders from Friday into Saturday. So we had a really good weekend in sales. Hopefully you guys did too. We're gonna pack all these up. Appreciate everybody who came out to the show on, when was it, Saturday? Our Lululemon show. Debating on going live shortly. Jesse got another shelf up, which means, ooh, let's go. We if you bought something on our show. I think I lost track because I was reading the chat. If you bought something on our show on Saturday, all of your orders have shipped. I'm only missing one order that I'm waiting for a gift card. Kayla just went out and grabbed those, and then a couple gift card giveaway envelopes. But all the rest of the orders, those are all shipped out. Appreciate everybody who came out. So nice and refreshing shipping that show compared to doing the shoes and the jackets. So much easier to ship just straight Lululemon. So got all those packed up and ready to go, and now we got to pack up everything else. So I got a bone to pick with you. I'm holding you accountable. We need a YouTube video every week. I know, Closer, I talked about this on Saturday. It's just, I wanted to do one every week, but the last 3 weeks we have been having, I had like 6 or 7 meetings with eBay to do eBay Live. And that was always on a day when I usually would go out thrifting. And then also because of the shoe shows, after that I was like super tired from the shoe shows, just running those. That one day we got off at like 12:30, and to go thrifting the next morning I got to wake up at like 6:30. So I would have got like no sleep. So hopefully this week, if not next week, I'll see how this week goes. But yeah, I need to get another YouTube video out. I know you guys are waiting for it. I don't want to just throw out a YouTube video just to throw one out, though. I want to make sure it's a good one. So that's what would have happened the last 2 weeks. So I get it. What's up, piece of scrap? What's up? C, welcome in, everybody. 19 items sold this weekend. Good weekend for me. Let's go. Time to alphabetize the next letter. Let's go. You should do it. You should do a live, Trisha. I think people will be interested. You could just answer questions. So I do not want to come help alphabetize CDs. That sounds miserable. I don't even want to condense inventory here. I can just imagine what alphabetizing CDs would be. By the way, I have this one gray hair. I don't know if you guys can see it. It just keeps growing back. It's right there, and I need to pluck it. You guys see that? It just like peeks out. I don't know what's up with it. Anyways, let's go ahead and start shipping. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the chat. This is a good time to ask questions because I'm live. I can answer your questions for you. So anything reselling related, life related, anything like that, feel free to drop them down in the chat. But we're going to speed run through these shipments because I have a whole bunch going out today and some really good ones. So some of these you guys have saw yesterday on yesterday's order pull video. Some you guys have never seen because I haven't put out the order pull video for today. This is an Hermes tie. Hermes, I got these in on a huge wholesale buy. Actually, not huge. I did a small wholesale buy just to make sure that these were good to go, 100% authentic before I started buying more of these. And they were, so I'm definitely going to be buying more of these because these are selling like hotcakes. This one actually sold over on Depop. Of all places for this to sell, it sold on Depop, and it sold for $80. Remember, Depop has like no fees. So the price I paid for these plus the no fees, I am making a killing on these ties. So nice little sale. I got more Hermes coming up later on in the live as well. Bonobo shirts I usually pass on unless you like get them from the bins or something. You got to be really cheap on those, like $1 or $2. You're going to sell them for like $14.99 to $20, and they're going to sit usually even at those prices. You know where I can buy some fresh maple syrup? Is Barry D selling it? I was on his live yesterday. He didn't like say if he was going to sell it or not. So I don't know. I don't know if I know where you can buy them, but I'd love to buy some more. Actually, I can't have maple syrup. I guess I could. I just got to be really lenient with it because I'm not supposed to have sugar. How much you pick up Untuckets for? Right around $5, and I sell them for $22.99 plus ship. That's like my goal, is to buy something for 20, buy it for 5 and sell it for $22.99 on like bread and butter items. I might pay up a little bit more if it's like a 3XL or like a performance shirt, but usually I'm trying to pay right around 5. Had the best sourcing weekend of my short career. I think it's the biggest score was 4 Robert Graham shirts. I got some Robert Graham going out today. Let's go. By the way, I don't know if Facebook is working. Let me go see, because I don't see any comments from Facebook. So hopefully Facebook chat is working. I don't know why Restream every Monday has issues. It's so annoying. But if you're watching on Facebook, drop a comment. Okay, I don't have any comments over there. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Usually I have at least one or two people that will say hi or something. So maybe you guys are sleeping over there. Good morning, Facebook. What's up, Wayne? Your first ever eBay live buyer here. Let's go. Unreal. Yes, you were. You were my first. And we fixed the issue with the multiple shipments too. It actually worked on some of my orders that I had over the weekend, so I know it's going to work. So next time you don't got to worry about that. So thanks again for all your great info. You inspired me to start selling on Whatnot and love it so far. Let's go. Got a purple label men's shorts for $5 too. Let's go. There it goes. It's working. I see you guys now. I just want to thank you for all your knowledge you have shared. Been a good year. Let's go, Francis. I love to hear it. I want to sell it live, but all my inventory is packed and skewed for eBay. How would you do it? I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't sell it packed up. That's what I would do. I would pull some of your items and run them and let everybody know that you have your listed inventory that you can pull from. But if somebody wants to see it, you got to break it open. So that's the hard part. People want to see this stuff live. They don't want to see it in a. They don't want to see it in a bag, right? That's why we sell consignment and we run that stuff on live, and then everything we have listed, we put it into the shop and we let people buy from the shop. By the way, that worked out really good. I think we sold 12 items on Saturday night's live that was listed, and we sold 300 plus items or 300 items on live as well too. So that worked out really good. $3 each, hoping to sell it. Yeah, $3 each is fine. That's a good price. What's up, Debbie? What's up, everybody? All right, let's get into Posh orders. I'm going to move through this really quick. I'm going to try to keep up with chat, but I got a lot to pack up, so bear with me if I miss your comments or anything like that. So my eBay has been so slow. Mine has been okay. It hasn't been amazing, but it's been okay. First Posh order. You guys have seen this one yesterday. This is a men's Eton. I don't know how to pronounce the brand name of this brand. Eton. I don't really pick up the basic ones anymore, but I do pick up the floral ones because they still sell really fast, especially this time of year, heading into Easter and floral season. This one sold for $27. It sold in like 2 weeks. What is a lot? Felix, a lot is your hair, okay? You have a lot of hair. So just count how many hairs you have on your head, Felix, and that is the number. That is a lot. Was thinking about running a live sale before tagging and bagging. That's a good idea too. I like that idea. Do the live sale before tagging and bagging. Smart. I like it. Who's got yesterday for you had on the Chiefs apparel? That is from Listed. So if you guys don't know, I have a wholesale platform that you guys can buy wholesale from. There's literally lots available right now that you can buy, and they're all really good prices. That guy sells really good priced inventory, well-priced inventory. There's some lots up right now of like Lululemon for less. I mean, some of you guys were buying Lululemon from me to resell. I know you do. You go on my Whatnot shows and you pay like 15, 20 bucks for them. He has lots right now, even after shipping, that are under, I think, $11 per unit. He has a 6-item lot, even after shipping, is under $11 per unit. Go buy him on Listed. But that's who it is. So if you want to go live on Listed, the cool thing is I can cast your live to my Facebook audience. So you guys don't have to just sell to your audience. You can sell to the masses. You can sell to 200,000+ people. So if you ever see somebody randomly on my page and they're trying to sell you wholesale lots, it's because they're on Listed trying to sell them. So, and then I just come in, cast it to my page, and you guys can buy. And the cool thing is lystit.net, lystit.net. The cool thing is you can buy from Facebook, so you don't have to be on Listed to buy. There's going to be a claim number always on the bottom when you're on Facebook. And if you type that claim number in, you get a checkout link sent straight to your DM. So, I mean, there's lots up right now. I'm surprised. I mean, I guess not a lot. I haven't been pushing it as much as I was like a year, 6 months ago. But man, there's some good lots up right now. There's Columbia, North Face, Patagonia lot up. There's a small Patagonia, North Face, Columbia lot up. He's got smaller lots and bigger lots depending on what you want to buy. But they're all up right now, lystit.net. You can even buy multiple of them, have them ship them right to your door. He'd probably love to do multiple lots so he doesn't have to make multiple boxes. So go check it out, lystit.net. Also, if you want to sell, after this live, I'm going to go through and accept all the sellers. So if you've applied and I haven't accepted you, I'm going to do it after this live. Next up, this is 7 Diamonds men's polo shirt, brand new with tags. This one sold for 34 buckaroos. I think I got this at TJ Maxx for 10 or 12. I can't remember the price I paid. Do you sell many store items during your eBay live? I sold one during the eBay live, and I sold 12 during the Whatnot live. I think with the eBay live, it's the customers know on Whatnot how to find it. With the eBay live, it's a little bit more tricky, and I'm trying to explain that to them, and I think they're kind of getting it now. But I was able to sell one, so I sold all the stuff that I sold on live, and then one extra from my store. Yes, about golf clothes. What are you looking for? Brands? How many pieces? When do you need it by? Only new. Lots of good questions. Mark, higher end golf brands, G4, Polo, Ralph Lauren that have like good prints, Bad Birdie, Good, Travis Matthew, tops and bottoms, like all those brands, tops and bottoms, but the higher end golf brands. I don't want stuff like Greg Norman. Like I don't want the lower end stuff to sell. So if you have higher end stuff, always feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. That's where I can find you much easier. If you'll message me anywhere else, I'm not going to see it. And yeah, and if you have any of that good stuff, I'm planning to do a massive golf show probably in the next like 3 weeks. I want to wait till it gets warm, a little warmer everywhere before I do that show. But I already have a good amount. I'm not going to lie, right now I have about 200 plus red Van Lee polos that I bought that I'm going to put on that show. Plus all the G4, plus all the Peter Millar. Peter Millar is a good brand too if you get that with good colors. Masters, obviously, we're right around Master season. Those are the stuff I'm looking for. I'm not looking for like Nike and Adidas golf polos. I'm looking for other stuff. By the way, I've been planning, let me know if you guys think this is a good idea too. I've been planning to post on my socials a list of brands that I want to crowdsource through Consignment, and I'm going to reopen Consignment, but I only want those specific brands. So I'm going to put in like 20 brands, and then I can build specific shows like the Lululemon show you guys loved. I can crowdsource and build the Lululemon show with like 300 to 500 items. Then I can crowdsource Polo Ralph Lauren show. I can crowdsource Lily Plitzer show. I can like you guys can send your items in, and then I sell them on that show, and then you get all the people that love that specific brand on that show, and I can pre-plan those shows for like months in advance if I do that. So I'm thinking about doing that. It's going to take a lot of work. Probably going to take me a week or two to build out that list, and then basically what will happen is you will send the items to me. I will have boxes on one of these shelves with your items, and then when I run that specific show, let's say you send in Lululemon, Polo Ralph Lauren, and some golf items. I'll run each set piece on the specific show, so you might have your pieces sitting here for like a month before I run them, but I'll be able to bring them to the show that they'll do the best instead of just running them all randomly on like a random pool consignment show. So I'm thinking about doing that because I know a lot of people want to consign, but that's like the only way. I really like to pay people out within a week or two of them sending items, but this will probably take about a month, but you'll get more stuff. So you'll get more money for your stuff. And I love the Chiefs. Nice. Then you loved him because he was wearing Chiefs gear. On one night reduced shipping, do you set 1 to 5, 5+ for priority, flat rate, or ground? Good question. So with the flat rate shows, I just learned how to do this. I wish I knew how to do this years ago. But the shipping I have set up is it's going to be ground under 5 because that's automatic. Between 1 to 5 pounds, I put priority shipping. I don't put flat rate, I put priority, so I can use any priority mail packaging except for flat rate. So the shoe boxes, the big boxes, I can use those for the 1 to 5. Anything over 5 pounds is going to be flat rate, and then you're going to change your shipping settings. That buyer only pays $9.21. They pay max $9.21. And after they get over 5 pounds, whatever you can fit in a flat rate box, that just goes in a flat rate box. Don't have to think about it. You just ship it out. On that 300 item show, we only split one order. Out of everything we sold, we only split one order, and that doesn't come out of our cut because you get 5 label adjustments per week on Whatnot. That's free to you. So if you make a mistake, Whatnot will cover you for 5. So technically, they can consider that a mistake even though it's not. So I don't get hit for that. So I didn't get charged any extra shipping for 300 item show. So flat rate shipping, if you have smaller items like Lululemon, like golf polos, things like that, a lot of summertime stuff, you're going to want to do flat rate shows because you're going to make a lot more money because people don't think about it when they're swiping, when they're on free shipping. And they basically get on free shipping in 2 items on that show. They were on free shipping. We had somebody buy 24 items and they didn't get charged any additional shipping after $9.21. So of course they're just swiping their heart away, which helps you sell items for more, which for us helps the consigners get paid a little bit more. So yeah, ground for the first pound, which is automatic. Then after that, 1 to 5 will be priority. And then after that, you change it to flat rate, and then make sure you change your buyer's pay to max $9.21. That's how you set that up. Easy peasy. Shout out to Bearded. He's the one who taught me how to do that. He's a smart guy every once in a while. He looks dumb. I know he looks really dumb because of the long beard. He looks like a lumberjack. But he actually is. He's okay. He's not super smart. I can't tell you he's smart. He's okay. He's got a little bit of brains. I think it was actually his wife that taught him how to do that, to be honest. So yeah, I couldn't even give him credit. Anyways, next up, Lululemon shirt, 7889. This one sold over on Posh. I think this one sold before our show. Not bad. Such a dumb saying, right? You can just tell how smart he is just by that saying. Not bad. This one sold before we could do our show, so we didn't get a chance to throw it in there, which is okay. I'll take it. I'll take the money. So if it doesn't fit in a flat rate over 5 pounds, you have to unbundle. Correct. You have to unbundle, but remember, you get 5 unbundles per week. And most of you that are just starting out, I doubt you're going to have somebody come into your show and buy 50 items, right? You're just not. You're not going to get that many sales, so it really doesn't hurt you, and you're hardly ever going to lose money on that, unless you get somebody buying a ton of stuff. But even then, you can split their order 5 times, so it doesn't really hurt. Next up, 7795. This is a women's Faraday hoodie. I think this had a small stain on it too. This one only sold for $17. We just took a best offer to move it. 17 buckaroos. All the wives need raises. Facts. Kayla's in cooking our lunches for the whole week, so she's in there prepping. I got to go to the gym after that. Still here, wear his beanie. I have his beanie somewhere in the house. I actually need to find it because that was a comfy beanie. Although his t-shirts, Mare Bear, I told him about that too. His t-shirts, the graphics suck. Okay, I've already told him. Like I wore your t-shirt like 3 times, and the graphic was ruined. If you guys have bought our shirts, you already know that our shirts last. I still have my shirt with no cracking, and I've washed that thing a million times. I said, dude, whoever your supplier is, you need to fire them because, man, shirts suck. Anyways, 8153. I don't really mean this, by the way, Chad. I'm just messing with them. Bearded and me are good friends. We mess with each other all the time. 8153 Polo Ralph Lauren Chino pants. These sold brand new with tags for $40 over on Posh. I'm going to speed run these because most of you guys have seen these from yesterday's order pull video. And then when I get into the new stuff, I'll kind of slow it down a little bit and show you guys what sold. We sold really, really good this weekend. I think on Saturday we had an $800 day on eBay, which hasn't happened in a long time. It was a really good day, but you guys will see why here in a minute. We had somebody buy a whole bunch of stuff, a whole mess of stuff. By the way, I ran out of bins, so the mail lady's going to be mad at me because I got to carry all of those individually to her, but unfortunately I'm out of bins. All right, 8024. Where is this one at? Ooh, such a good sale. 8024. This is a brand new with tag men's Robert Graham shirt. This one sold over on Poshmark for $110. I got this locally in a bulk buy. I did pay up a little bit for it. I think I paid $50 for this, but it sold for $110. Oh, I feel like I got sneeze, but it won't come out. It never comes out on camera. What's up, flippin' nurse? Kim's in the chat. But yeah, really good sale. Obviously, I paid up for it. I don't mind paying up for stuff like that. I had it listed for $150, kind of like a stretch, kind of like a reach for that, $150. But yeah, I'll take $110 for it. Took the best offer this morning. All right, that one sold. Next up, we got a Ralph Lauren shirt, which is right here. This is a men's Ralph Lauren button-down shirt, but this one has like the triple pony embroidery. Appreciate the gift. This has a triple pony embroidery on the front. This one I took a best offer this morning for $35. Good little sale, like a little bread and butter sale. Another piece that I picked up recently in a bulk buy locally. If you guys don't know what the bulk buy is, I've explained it a couple times, but I'll explain it again. Every 2 weeks, now it's like every 3 weeks, a gentleman thrifts the area, and he doesn't like selling online, but what he'll do is he'll buy a bunch of stuff from Salvation Army. There's a couple Salvation Army stores that give him good deals on stuff, and he also gets senior discounts. And he buys a bunch of stuff, and then he just sells it all to me for cash. So he buys it in cash, sells it in cash, he makes a little money. Everybody wins. When somebody's looking for an item in your store, does it tell them if they buy multiple items from you? Yes, it says $1. Now it's $1 per extra. I took off the free shipping because I have to do it for eBay Live. It'll mess with it if I had the free shipping and $1 because I had to turn it on for all my listings. But for example, you guys are going to see an order later on today that's a bunch of Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirts that somebody bought a whole mess of them, and yes, they got $1 extra per shipping, and it'll tell them at the bottom before they check out. We're making a screen share video to show the exact flat rate shipping process on Whatnot. Let me see if I can do it really quick. Hold on. I usually do it from my phone because it's much easier on the phone, but I will try to show you on the computer. By the way, go bookmark our show this weekend. It's going to be a consignment random pull, just random item show, and we got a bunch of Lululemon left over. How do I set this up? Shipping settings. Hold on, do I just do it through shipping? Shipments. Shipping policy. Shipping profiles. Nope, that's not what I want. so much easier to do it on the show than it is to do it here. Maybe it's in my settings. No. Let me try to do it. Hold on. I can figure this out. Shows. Edit show. There we go. I found it. And then where are the shipping settings? Here we go. All right, I'm going to screen share it. You can do it on your phone too. It's so much easier to do this on your phone than your computer. All right, so domestic, is it under domestic? Yeah, domestic shipments. I have this set up for my gift card giveaway, so it'll always go in a flat rate mailer. As long as you do 1 to 3 ounces, or not flat rate, it'll go in a letter mailer. As long as you put under 3 ounces, so you can just print off a label. It'll look like this. Put in one of these envelopes. That's what I'm thinking. Little letter envelope, and it comes out like that. So you just print out the letter envelope. So that's why I have that shipping setting. If you're not doing that, you don't have to worry about it if your giveaways aren't like gift cards or anything like that. So this one I haven't set up correctly because I didn't know if I was going to do flat rate. So we'll do it right now. The 1 to 5, you're going to have priority shipping right here. 1 to 5 priority shipping. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to click flat rate boxes. And then you're going to come to shipping cost. Buyer pays up to a set shipping cost, and then it's automatically set to $9.21, and then that's pretty much done. And then you just hit save. So again, shipping settings are going to be, don't worry about this one, 1 to 5 pounds priority. You can also do flat rate too. That just means you have to use flat rate boxes for those. I like to use the priority between 1 and 5. So I can use the shoe boxes, I can use the poly bags, I can use anything that regular, not the flat rate items. And then after that, you change it to flat rate, and then make sure you set your buyer pays to a set shipping cost, $9.21, and then you hit save, and then you're done. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I'm doing my first Whatnot show this Friday at 7 p.m. Doing all Lululemon $10 start show. Wish me well. Let's go, Peter. Drop your handle in the chat too. Let everybody know what your handle is. Just sold my first Tommy Bahama piece because of you. Sold in under 24 hours. It was 100% linen tropical button up. Let's go. Tommy Bahama's been selling really well. I got a couple going out today. You guys are going to see here in a minute. How'd you get all the Hermes ties you have listed? I bought them wholesale. I talked about it earlier today. I got a little wholesale buy just to test and make sure they were all 100% authentic before I started going deep on them. But they are. So they're all good to go, and I am going to be buying a lot more of those. So if you don't know, you can buy wholesale basically anything. If you find the right person, you can find wholesale basically anything out there. All right, next up. 8206, we just listed this. I picked this up at Red, White, and Blue for $2.50. I love finding these 75% off. They have them at 10. Nobody ever buys them at 10 and 5, but I come in at $2.50 and scoop these up. This one was a size 17, no hit on the front, and I sold this for 20 bucks in just 3 days. Listed and sold in 3 days. Thinking of doing for my first Whatnot show, but need to get more followers first. Well, Mare Bear, you can just start on Whatnot. Build your followers on Whatnot. You can slowly build it. You just got to know that your first couple shows might suck. Your first 10 shows might suck, but then you just slowly build that crowd. Thanks for sharing. No problem. Yeah, it's easy. I get questions all the time about setting up Whatnot shows. I need to make that video. Maybe that's what I'll work on this week, and I'll have that video out next week. I want to make a really thorough video on how to set up a random pool Whatnot show, because that's like #1 question. How do you do a random pool Whatnot show? How do you set it up? How do you keep up with the numbers? What about shipping afterwards? Yada, yada, yada. So I need to make a full guide front to back on how to do a Whatnot show. It's just going to take me some time. That's a big task to do. So it'll happen. It'll happen eventually. Next up, 6791. This is a pair of Bird Dogs men's pants. These have a flaw, and they're a size 28. I should have never picked these up. They sold for $14. I just took a best offer. These have been listed for a while, and I think Nifty sent out one of the waterfall offers, and this person accepted, so they're out the door. Website where you can buy things by a lot, lystit.net. You're talking about the wholesale website I was talking about earlier, lystit.net. And we have a bunch of lots available right now, and that's from resellers in the community that have extra stuff, and they post their lots there. So if you have a whole bunch of stuff you just want to wholesale off, you can post it there. Just make sure it's eBay specific inventory. We've had people try to sell like lots of like Target apparel. They never sell. They just sit there forever. So don't list that stuff. eBay specific, Poshmark specific, the brands that you see me selling all the time. If you have extras of those that you just want to move, kind of like what he's doing. The guy that was on I forget his name. I think his name is Matt. That's his name, Matt. What Matt was doing yesterday, like he has a whole bunch of that stuff. He thrifts so much stuff that he just wants to move some for a little bit of profit, and he'll list his other stuff for the rest of the profit he needs. So if you have that kind of opportunity, like your bin shop or something like that, that's going to be a good spot for you to just offload your inventory, and other people will love it because other people don't have that inventory. Like this Ben's Robert Graham shirt. Look at this pattern. It's an all over, like geometric, like kind of like Aztec, Southwestern, boho style men's button-up shirt. It has denim in the front, denim in the back, and then this crazy pattern on the front. Anytime you find something like this Robert Graham, list it to the moon. Don't list it for like 35 bucks. It'll sell really quick and you'll be super happy, but then you could have sold it for 75 like I did. I had this listed for $89.99 and I took a $75 offer on it. It was listed for less than a month. Some people will tell you all day, every day they can't sell Robert Graham. It's because A, they're picking up the wrong ones, and B, they're not taking good photos, not titling it correctly, and they're just not pricing it correctly. If you have a really unique Robert Graham, price it to the moon and let that buyer come to you. That's what I say. All right, let me throw this stuff away, and then we got to do all of our eBay orders next, and then we're done. Because that's all my Posh and all my Depop, so now we just got eBay. What other Tommy Bahama shirts do you recommend picking up? Floral patterns, silk, linens, silk linen blends, or maybe a linen silk blend with like a cotton. But really, Tommy Bahama is known for the all-over prints, the crazy all-over prints. The crazier print, the better it'll sell, and usually the more it'll sell for. You could pick up basic like solid blacks and solid tan, solid whites, but they have to be bigger sizes. Those will still sell if they're like a 2XL or a 2XB, so don't pass on those. Just because they're a basic color, but you got to be really picky with those, and you got to buy them really cheap too. What was the website again? I'll throw it in the chat for you guys. There you go. Threw it in the chat over there for you guys. I think if you buy something there and use code KWayShop, you get $5 off, or use any of the sellers codes too. Some of them have them in their description, so use somebody's seller's code so they can get some free monies. Where about Robert Graham? There's been one at Plato's for 25 for like 3 months, and I don't know if it's worth it. What makes it a good pattern? Just all over prints. The louder, the better. The louder, the better. Also look for silks in Robert Graham. Same as like Tommy. Silks and linens will usually sell for a little bit more, especially if that all over pattern. Also look out for limited edition in both of those, Tommy and Robert Graham. If you have a limited edition shirt, you're usually looking at a lot of money. Some of those limited edition silk shirts and pre-owned condition can sell for $200 to $300. Yeah, there's Matt. Matt's in the chat. The shipping and figuring out organization of Whatnot show seems a bit scary. It does, but Matt, it's not too hard. And when I show you that video, when I show you how we do it, you're going to be like, wow, that's so easy. Get these number placards. That's all you have to do. These number placards are a lifesaver. Every time we run an auction, if you watch the bottom of the screen, we run number 1. This says 101, but just imagine it said number 1. As soon as it sells, you stick that on it. And then when I go to ship my orders, I would show you what my screen looks like, but I'll give out everybody's addresses. I don't want to do that on live. When I go to ship my orders, all I'm looking for is random pull number 1. And then I just grab random pull number 1. So if somebody bought 3 items, let's say they bought 1, 3, and 9, I would go grab number 1, number 3, and number 9 off the rack, pack them up, stick them in a box, ship it out. Easy peasy. Yeah, the Tommies with all back hits too are good money too. Mary just brought that up. I completely forgot about those. Whatnot show, let's go. There you go. Drop the Whatnot show in the chat. I like it. I don't know how many followers you're going to get from here. Do it on our shows. I think you've already done it, Peter, but come to our shows and tell everybody too. It's much easier to get a follower from Whatnot to Whatnot than Facebook to Whatnot, but you might get some people in here going over to your show. All right, let's ship out the rest of the orders. We're going to try to go through these as fast as I can. As fast as I can. 7, 9. All these are like mixed up too, which is going to make this super hard. All right, 7927. This is a men's Ralph Lauren button-down shirt. Good pattern on this one. Sold for $24.99. I usually list these a wee bit higher because I know these are going to sell because of the pattern. So $24.99. I got to break out the scale really quick. Hopefully the mail lady doesn't come here in the next like 30 minutes. Hoping I can get all of these out because this will be the first Monday in a long time we've actually been able to get all of our orders out in one day, including Whatnot. This one's going to ship out for 10 ounces. And I'm using Shippo to get this. Again, if you want to try out Shippo, I got a link in my bio. You sign up, you get $25 after you spend 25. You might as well use it to get the 25. You'll never pay more on Shippo than you pay on eBay. And for items over £1, you usually save more on Shippo. You get 30 items free per month without needing a subscription. So just use it, get that free 25, and then ship all your heavy items so you save a little bit of money. All my orders automatically sync into Shippo, which is great. That's what I'm doing right now. I'll show you my screen here in a second. And then when I pull my items, it has my inventory number, has everything. You don't have to go from eBay to Shippo. You can just stay on Shippo to do everything. So, for example, let me show my screen real quick. If you're watching on TikTok, you got to go over to Facebook or YouTube to see this part. Let me find out where this is. Actually, I got to sync my orders. I'll show you this whole process, actually, because I just sold some items right before this live, so I don't have all my orders in here. So if you press sync, and what it's going to do is it's going to pull in all my orders from the other from eBay. You can only use it on platforms you need to buy labels for. eBay is one of those. As you saw, these two orders just came in on the top. You have 7909. Look at that. Some people are buying some lots over on Listed. Let's go. 7909. This is a men's Tommy Bahama shirt. As you can see from Shippo, you have 7909 the SKU. So if you want to just use Shippo to pull your orders, you don't have to pop back and forth. Some people were complaining on that Shippo video because I've had Shippo's like starting to promote that video and like put money behind it. So I'm getting a whole bunch of new people on the video and they're like, I don't want to go back and forth between eBay. I'm like, you don't have to. You can just stay on Shippo and pull all your orders, and everything will send from Shippo to eBay. So once you buy your label, it goes right from Shippo to eBay. But this Tommy Bahama shirt sold for 25 bucks. I took a best offer this morning on it. But yeah, I have a link in my bio. I'm gonna throw it in the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. Again, if you don't want to use it after you get the free 25, to be honest, I don't care. That was one deal I made with Shippo is, hey, I give you guys $25 for free, and if you never use it again, at least I was able to give you guys free 25 in labels. So if you want to use it, I will throw the link in the chat here in just a second once I ship out this item. Oh, this is 8 ounces. Whoops, I put 9 ounces. And this one's going to ship for $5.77. I like this too because I can create a manifest for my postal carrier. You can do it on eBay, but it's a little bit more difficult. Well, actually, you can't do it on eBay if you individually ship, and that's what I do. So I'm able to create a manifest for my postal carrier, so all they have to do is just scan the manifest, and all of these automatically get scanned in too. So I've been having trouble with them scanning my labels, and that just helps me get everything scanned in so I don't have to worry about an item taking forever to get shipped, you know. Is Shippo and Nifty the same type of system? No, Nifty and Shippo don't talk to each other. So what you can do is if you want to put in all of your costs for your labels, you can do it once a month. At the end of the month, you just run your Shippo numbers and see how much you paid in shipping, and then you put that as your expenses in Nifty. So instead of plugging it in all individually, you would go in, and you can do it all individually too if you wanted to, or you can just take that number as a whole and put it as one expense in your expense tab on Nifty. Super easy to do. I gotta remember the website. Is that it? No. What is Shippo's? There it is. I forget they have me on another website for Shippo. So I can give you guys a code. And I'm not logged in. This is horrible. I'm trying to go fast today, and now I'm just taking extra time. Appreciate everybody hanging out too. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to drop them down in the chat below. This is a good time to ask because I will answer all your questions while I'm on live. Usually if you DM me, I'm sorry, but I don't answer your questions. I just don't get around to it. So this is a good time for you guys to ask. There's the Shippo link, by the way, if you want to give it a try again. You spend $25, you get $25 in labels for free. After you get those free $25 in labels, if you never use it again, it will not hurt my feelings. It did not go through, so let me try that one more time. Haven't done a show in a while, but I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it. I think you should. I think everybody should give it a try. Everybody should give a show a try. Well, you've already done shows before, so you know how it works. Next up, Johnny O Polo. I just picked this up from Goodwill the other day. This was literally just listed as our last. No, the Brooks Brothers were their last listed item. This was like the second or third last listed item that we just did. This is a Tampa Bay Rays edition. As a Tampa Bay Rays hit on the front. Anytime you find any MLB team, NFL team on golf polos, you always pick them up. And this one sold in just a couple days for 25, or no, was it 25? Yeah, 25 bucks. That's what this sold for. What's up, Frenchie? Frenchie's in the chat. Frenchie, you asked something about Shippo the other day. I forget what you asked in the comments. I forget what it was. It was a common question I get about Shippo too, but I forgot what it was. Should answer this, but how did the eBay show go? It went really well. It actually went a lot better than I thought it was because we did a midday show, so I didn't really expect much from it because it was obviously midday. There's a lot less people on. You can do nighttime shows because that's when everybody's at home, but we still had like 130 plus people in that show to start with, which was crazy for an first eBay live. I'm planning to do one more midweek this week to test out shipping and make sure it's good, and then Friday night we're going to do a big Polo Ralph Lauren brand new tag show. I'll probably mix in some other stuff in there too. But Friday at 8 p.m. is my goal to do another eBay live, like a big live, something eBay's not prepared for. So I'm gonna do that coming up. I'll let you guys know, but I might do a live either Tuesday or Wednesday, like a small little 25 item live, just to make sure my shipping settings are correct. Next up, Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a Pima Soft Touch Polo. I grabbed this in a bulk buy or a wholesale buy. I actually bought some more wholesale off this person too. $22.99 plus ship. List these a little bit higher because they're the Pima Soft Touch. People really like those Pima Soft Touch polos, so list them high. I think I paid like $4 or $5 shipped to my door for these. Sign up for Nifty. The Nifty week and a half ago. I should have done it months ago. Mark, I'm telling everybody. Just listen. Just look what Mark said, chat. Just look. Sign up for Nifty. Should have done it months ago. I know some of you guys are thinking about it. You're like, do I need to get Nifty? Do I have enough items? I think if you have over 100 items, you are in the spot where Nifty makes a lot of sense for you. And then you get that 7-day free trial. Nifty is so good. I'm trying to tell people, if you use Vendoo, if you use List Perfectly, trust me, give Nifty a shot because I think Nifty is so much better than those two platforms. And I've used all three of the platforms together. I'm not somebody who's never used a platform and promotes just one and says the other ones are trash. I used Vendoo to move listings over this weekend to Whatnot, and it was such a pain in the butt to get done. I feel like if Nifty would just bring on Whatnot, I could just drop Vendoo altogether. But trust me, Nifty is so good. So good for cross-listing. It's the best for cross-listing. The only thing is it doesn't have as many platforms as Vendoo does. That's why I have to use Vendoo for Whatnot because Nifty doesn't have Whatnot. But I'm going to throw the link for that in the chat too. So if you want to try Nifty for free, 7-day free trial, and you get 15% off your first month if you use this code right there. Do you look for followers on eBay? Do I look for followers? What do you mean by that? Do I look for followers? When people are on my show, I tell them to follow me if that's what you're looking for. But now followers matter a lot more than before because on live shows, if you have followers, they get a message, they get a notification as soon as you go live. So now I'm just going to tell people follow. Before, a lot of sellers would hate when people followed them, especially if they have social media influence, because they didn't want all the people like looking at their listings and not buying and hurting the algorithm. But now I'm all about it, and I didn't really care anyway. I always had my store linked in my bio. I never was like one of those people that really cared about number of followers and who's buying and who's not. I just gave you guys my store from the beginning, but now it's much better to have followers there. How much more per month for Nifty? It depends on what you need. There's separate plans. I have a video on YouTube, Arlene, if you want to go watch it. It explains each plan. That YouTube video is old, by the way. It's unlimited cross-listing now. There's no set number to cross-listing, so just keep that in mind. The only number you get that's limited is your AI. So if you're just cross-listing, you can cross-list unlimitedly, kind of like List Perfectly. They charge people after every item, like Whatnot. Do they charge people? You get to select, Frenchie, so I can select how shipping is. So what I do is $7 for the first item and then $1 more for every additional item. They don't have shipping like Whatnot does where it's like post office flat rate kind of stuff where it's $9.21 and then between 1 and 5 it's free. So the seller gets to decide how they want to do that show. So some of the items I lost a little money on, some of the items I made money on shipping. It just all depends on how you want to run your show, which is good. Also, you're in control of like refunds and returns and things like that, which I'm not in control and Whatnot. If you guys have ever tried to return something, if there was like a flaw or something, I have no way of like taking that item back. It's got to go through Whatnot first before it comes to me. So that's a little bonus that eBay has that I don't have to do that. I can just refund. Like, for example, on that show, some people overpaid on shipping. I was able to just refund those people the shipping costs. I didn't have to go through Whatnot to ask for them to refund. I could just do it myself. Next up, Lululemon crew neck. This one sold for $28 over on eBay. This is one that sold, I think, after the live. I was surprised nobody bought this on Whatnot, but I gotta make sure I go in and delete this too. How much weight have I lost? I've lost, I started at I think it was 216. I want to say it was 216. I can't remember the number I started. I should have took a before and after pictures, what I should have done. Because, yeah, I definitely look a lot different. But I've lost, I'm at 201. I think I weighed in at 202 again this morning because I drank a bunch of water yesterday probably. But 202 is what I'm at. So I've lost 14 pounds in 6 weeks. Slowly shedding it off, but I'm doing it. You're supposed to lose weight that slow. I'm doing it the right way where I'm gaining muscle and losing weight all at the same time. So my weight will like kind of stay the same. I'm hoping to get to like 180. That's my goal. I don't want to get under 180. I think that's a healthy weight to be. You got a little bit of a dad bod left over, but you also got a little bit more muscle. I choose only one item to start eBay. I get men's jeans or shirts, not to overwhelm myself. Start with men's jeans. That's where I started. I started in the men's jeans section because you don't really got to worry too much about style. You just worry about brand. With men's shirts, you got to worry about style and pattern and stuff. With jeans, you don't got to worry about that. How do you find people to buy wholesale? Well, with me, I have a social media following, so I get hit up all the time from wholesalers. You can research them online. A lot of the best wholesalers are not online though. A lot of people that they'll say like, oh, I'm going to find your wholesaler. Don't worry. I know where they are. I know who you're buying from. I'm like, no, you don't, because the people I buy from are not online anywhere. They're only on Instagram and they reach out to me. And they don't have like a page. A lot of them are overseas too. So a lot of them buy from overseas. They have like a rag house. They don't have many people that they sell to, but they sell to me because I know I'll buy volume off of them. So yeah, that's how it works for me. Anyways, I know it's a little different for you guys, but that's how I do it for me. Whenever you buy wholesale, buy a small amount first before you buy a big amount. That's all I'll say. Don't go big. Like the Hermes ties, I bought 20 at first just to make sure they're good. And now I'm going to buy probably 200 on my next buy. So 7358, this is a men's Polo Ralph Lauren, just basic polo. This is stuff that I get in on wholesale. I purposely buy the lower dollar ones on wholesale because I can get these for like $3 to $5, and then I sell them for $19.99 plus shipping. I know that doesn't sound like great margins, but I don't have to leave my house. I can order probably 200 of these if I wanted to, shipped right to my door, and then it only takes to list 200 Polo Ralph Lauren basic polos is like a 2 days job if we really like sat down and listed all of them at once. So it doesn't take too long, because you're just basically doing the same photos over and over and over again. Really easy to do. This is going to ship out for 12 ounces. Just a little heavyweight polo. Boom. You're looking bigger today to me? Shut the heck up. Can somebody ban him, please? Get him out of here. Why is this giving me issues? Delete all customs. Oh, is this going overseas? Is that what it is? I'm just going to ship this out on eBay. I hate dealing with Shippo and the customs. Be specific with the item description. 30 characters max. Avoid delays. I need to figure out why it does this. Oh, it's because I need to provide the number. Maybe if I opt out. Can I just opt out? Caution. Most international shipments require customs declarations. See customs. But I'm not shipping this overseas, am I? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not shipping this overseas. Where is this going? It is going overseas. All right, I'm just going to ship this out on eBay. Much easier just to do this on eBay instead. Oh, I got to do this on eBay too. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've read it. Click on that. Select a country. Oh my god. Oh, this is the country of origin thing at the bottom. Ah, that's what. If you guys have seen that, some people were talking about that on the last live. You had to fill out that country of origin thing. That's if you were shipping overseas. So that's what that's for. Where did my label go? Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Orders, shipping labels. Give me my shipping label. There we go. Actions. Download label. Print label. Boom. Oh. Okay, that's done. Sorry, chat. I hate doing overseas labels. This is why I use eBay to ship overseas, but this is going to a base. So that's why I have to do it this way instead of having eBay take care of it for me. Thank you for all your share. Appreciate you, Melissa. So if you list on Whatnot and it sells somewhere else, is it a problem to remove it? No, you just got to remove it after the show. So like as soon as I got done with the show, I just removed all those listings off of, I just went into Nifty and I just went through all of my sales. It took me like 2 minutes, go through all my sales. And then what I do on Nifty, it's so easy to do. Watch this. Let me go into my inventory. So let's say, for example, let's just pull something from the top. Let's say 8205. Let's say I had 8205 sold in the eBay live. What I would do is search it on eBay, see 8205 sold. That's my inventory SKU number. I would type in 8205, and then I know this built shirt sold during the whatnot live. I'd click on this, and then I hit delist, and then I hit delist from all platforms, and it'll pull that all down for me. So to pull down the 12 items that sold literally takes, you saw how long it just took me to do that one. It would multiply that by 12. That's how long it takes. Super easy. You can really see it in your face. Yeah, that's where I'm losing the weight, is in my face. My face used to be chunky. I see big old chunky cheeks. Surf says he likes my chunky cheeks. Anyways, next up, we got this one right here, 7411. This is a J. Lindbergh women's top that's sold brand new with tags for $35. I forget where I bought this from. I think I bought it from, I think I got it from TJ Maxx, if I can remember correctly. But sold for $35. Nice little sale right there. Okay, I think we're caught up on questions too. Cool. All right, we're going to speed run. Well, there's no questions in the chat. We're going to speed run right now. Get this done real fast. So 1 to 4 ounces. This thing weighs only 3 ounces. That's crazy. That is so lightweight. $5.52 from Shippo is what this is going to cost. Appreciate the sharing the live, Flippin' Nurse. I see you. I see you sharing the live. All right, that one shipped. Next up, we got a 7932. We got a men's Ralph Lauren button-down shirt. This one is a size 17, and it's sold for a nifty best offer of $20.70. If you don't know what that means, nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted for $20.70. I had this listed at $22.99 plus ship. On Depop, when waiting on a customer to pay, is the item still eligible? Yes, it's still eligible, and it's eligible on all platforms too if you have it cross-listed. It only gets pulled down when the person buys the item. That's also for eBay as well. If somebody buys an item on eBay, but their payment failed, your item will still be listed, and eBay will send them a message automatically that says the item is still listed. Be sure to fill pay. I think it's within 24 hours or 48 hours on eBay. But yes, it's always still available on all those platforms until the person pays for it. Same as Posh. I think Mercari, same way too. They're always available, so you don't got to worry about like accepting an offer and not having the person pay. Which is still annoying on Depop, but hey, I sold an Hermes tie this weekend on Depop. I can't complain. And when you delist, you're never flagged by Poshmark. I've never actually been flagged on Poshmark for delisting an item. No, I delisted all 12 of those. I never got flagged, so I don't know. I delist. I have nifty delist everything. I never have an issue. I also don't relist. I don't do any relisting, like delisting and relisting on with nifty. I don't do it on Posh. Ariat. This is a women's Ariat size medium with the. I think this is like a special writing pin that was on there, so I kept it on there. This one sold for $29.99 plus shipping over on eBay. But yeah, I've never been flagged on Posh. Not once. I'm a lucky duck. Just sold an Hermes tie this morning for $140. Let's go. I priced mine a little bit lower than market because I want to move them fast because I'm getting them in on wholesale. So I see like when I made that post, some person, funny person. I hope they're listening to this because I know they watch me all the time. But some funny person commented on it and like, the reason you sold it so fast in one day is because you undersold it. They're like, those sell for $300 all day, and I literally took a screenshot and messaged them of an Hermes tie that was listed for, I think it's $120, and that's with shipping. It was at $99 plus $20 shipping from Japan. I was like, how is this a $300 tie when there's multiple $150 and under of the same exact pattern? And they're like, oh, I thought it was new. That's why I was making that comment. I thought it was new. And I was like, no. And even the one in pre-owned condition has the box. I don't have the box. Like, come on. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like, don't shoot. And I was like, what? Come on. I know exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to flex in the comments like you know what you're talking about, but you don't know. And then I threw some facts at you, and now you're all upset. Now I'm the bad guy. Mother. This is a mother skirt, brand new with tags. I picked this up at red, white, and blue. I think it was 75% off. I think I paid like 20 bucks for this, and it sold for 50 over on eBay. 50 on the bay. Have you heard of the brand Norona? Caught my eye because the logo looks like Roback. Paid $350 jacket for a jacket. No, I've never heard of that brand. In about a week, let's go. Never heard of that brand. Norona, and it looks like Roback's logo, so it has like a dog logo. Nice. Never heard of it before, but I will. I'll be on the lookout now for a little doggy logo. This one's going to ship out for 15 ounces. Using Shippo, it's going to cost me $7.03 to ship. We got like a handful more of orders left, and then we're done. So feel free to hang out. It's got like another 20 minutes of packing, as long as I go decently fast. Boom, boom, boom. I'm about to run out of labels. I need to order some more labels today too. Shipping labels. Next up, we got another Hermes tie that's sold. These are selling really, really fast. Again, I bought 20 of these just to test. I think I've sold 5 of the 20 so far, and they're selling for really good money. This one sold for $81 plus shipping. All of these are in pre-owned condition, by the way. This is a good one too. I had it listed for $100. I just took a lower offer on it because I don't mind. I'm making good money on them. But this is a green tie, and obviously this is the season to sell green things. St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. So if you have some green ties, list them because people are going to be looking for them. But yeah, sold for 81 bucks plus shipping, and that one's going to weigh 2 ounces. Lightweight. Super lightweight. I think it's a duck logo. Okay, so it's a duck logo, but it looks like Roback. Got you. I kind of envision what it looks like. I got a Vero for sale on Noble tank top, new with tags. Do I need to take all the Noble stuff? New with tags, maybe. But if you have pre-owned, you should be good. They can't really Vero a pre-owned item. They'll try to. They might be able to, but usually they don't mess with pre-owned. It's just new with tags because you can't match the return policy of Noble. That's what they tell eBay. Nike's been doing it a lot to Nike sellers too. Nike shoe sellers. They've been pulling down brand new with tag Nike listings. Perfect learning experience for new sellers. As long as you are happy with the amount of money you make, who cares what others think? There you go. I like that. That is the spirit right there. Next up, this is a redhead camo coveralls. I think I called it like overalls in the video today, but these are coveralls. These sold for $38. These have been listed for a while. I finally got an offer on them. I think I had these listed for close to 100, and I got an offer on them. I just wanted to move them. So 38 bucks. I think I paid $5.33 for these because I have the custom SKU says what I paid on this one. So $5.33 into 38 plus shipping. I'll take that all day. And this is one of those items I'll get a better rate on Shippo than I will on eBay because it's a heavyweight item. This is going to ship out for Ground Advantage for $6.50. Nice, easy shipping right there. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're speed running. Got like 7 orders left, I think. I'm going to take a break and then probably go to the gym at like 3. Eat some lunch, chill, and go to the gym. That's my goal. Accept that. All right, next up, we got a pair of bird dogs, but these are brand new with tag bird dogs. I got these at TJ Maxx. Fun fact, you can find bird dogs at TJ Maxx, but they're few and far between. This one sold for $49.99 plus shipping. Don't go run to TJ Maxx today and then come back tomorrow and say, I didn't find any bird dogs because I went to like 12 stores and I found only 1 pair out of the 12 stores. I found actually 3, but 2 didn't have the original tags on them, so I didn't buy those. But I did buy the ones with the original tags. So that one's going out for £1. This one's £1. Where's my £1 shipping? There it is right there. This is going to ship out on Shippo for $6.50 again. Man, shipping between 1 to 2 pounds I feel like has dropped. It used to be like $8 to ship out. Now they've dropped the price again. All right, just waiting for this to give me my label. There it is. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. This is a good time to ask your questions while I'm busy shipping out some stuff. What's up from Hawaii? What's up, Hawaii? Oh, I got the little thing that I have to do. The little puzzle piece. Boom. All right, next up, we got a 2-item order. These are 2 Polo Ralph Lauren polos that sold together. This one and this one. Let me just make sure that's right. 6612. Yes. Both of these sold together in a bundle for $43.98. That's with the $8 shipping. I'm no longer giving the free shipping with 2 or more items. Because of live selling, I can't do it. It'll mess with the live sales. That's what I've been told. So now I do, you buy 1 item, your next item is $1 shipping. So this person took advantage of that and bought 2 Ralph Lauren polos together. Like I said, I'll probably be doing another eBay live here, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday during the day to just test. So I'll post on my socials. How are the kids? The kids are all good. The kids are actually home today for they have like a teach-in day or something like that, I think. So they're home. They're home causing chaos, except for Joe Bro. He's at school today. All right, this is going to ship in a 1 to 2 pound bag. And this is another item I'm going to get a cheaper rate on Shippo than I would on eBay. This is going to ship for $8.83. How much was the first shipping? First shipping they pay $7. The next item they have $1 shipping extra. So every item they buy after that, they just have $1 extra shipping, because that's how I have to do it on eBay Live. All right, that one shipped. Next up, we're gonna do this Untuck It shirt, and we're gonna finish with a big order on eBay. Untuck It men's shirt. This one sold for $25.20. I had it listed for $27.99. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. Any of the Untuck It shirts with these all over patterns, I usually list a little bit higher than the basic Untuck It's for like $22.99. So it's on Pirate No, it's on Shippo. I'm using Shippo. I have a link in my bio. If you sign up through the link, you get $25 for free after you spend $25. But yeah, I use Shippo to ship all my eBay orders now. This one's going to ship out for 7 ounces. And how many children do you have? I have 3. I have 2 girls and 1 boy. I had to keep trying until I hit a boy. If I would have had a boy right away, girls might not be. I'm just kidding. The girls would probably still be here, but yeah, I had to keep trying until I had a boy. I'm the only boy in my family that can carry on the family name, so Joe Bro had to happen. Otherwise, there would be no more O'Reillys. Well, there'd be more of them, but not from my family, right? So Joe Bro must be protected at all costs. He will carry on the family name forever and ever and ever. He needs to have 50 million kids. 5956 is a man's Ralph Lauren, another just basic polo. This one sold for $19.99. Again, if you're going out and buying these, keep your buy cost really cheap. I buy these between $3 and $5. Keep my buy cost really cheap, and I sell them for $20. Our eBay fees the same on live. I have a non-disclosure that I signed for my fees. I have different fees than other people. Other people have different fees than me. But yes, they are different than what I pay regular. I'll say this, they are very close to Whatnot fees. Very close to Whatnot fees. Very similar, because they knew they had to compete with Whatnot, so they couldn't give 13% fees on every single item that sold. That would be wild. So they have adjusted fees specifically for live sales. So anything that sells in my live, I get hit with that specific fee. You accept offers on all your items? No. If I have a $100 item and I get a $10 offer, I'm not going to accept that offer. It just depends on what I paid for the item, how long I've had it, and how fast do I really want to move it. If I'm having a slow day in sales, I might accept a lower dollar offer just to start getting the ball rolling. But if I'm having a good day in sales and I get an offer like it's like mid-price, then I'm probably just going to counter high, right? There's that one. We have a Levi's pair of jeans that sold. These are the Levi's jeans that sold, and they sold for $31.50. Brand new tag Levi's jeans, $31.50. These are going to go into a bag. Actually, I'm going to use a Ground Advantage bag for these because these are big. Yeah, but the eBay fees, I think it just depends on how much people they think that you can bring to the site, right? People will negotiate fees. For example, now that Jamble's gone, I can talk about this. Because I didn't sign anything with Jamble, but I never talked about my fees on Jamble. And this is going to shock some of you guys, but I didn't have any fees on Jamble. I had no fees for 2 years on Jamble. I could have sold anything on the platform. I didn't have any fees at all. And the reason I didn't keep doing Jamble, because that's such a good deal, I could have just moved all my stuff from Whatnot to Jamble, is even with no fees, I was making less money per item. We tried a couple shows, just didn't make sense. And then Jamble wanted me to keep doing shows, but I was like, Jamble, I can't. Like, I'm losing money. I can't bring consignment over here. At the time, I didn't have a bunch of wholesale, so I couldn't bring wholesale over there. And I was like, I can't do it. Like, you guys want me to come over here, but it doesn't make sense. Like, your buyers want to buy stuff for $3, and I can't sell stuff for $3 and make money. So I stopped selling over there, even when I had no fees. No fees, there was no processing fees, nothing. If I sold something for $20, I got $20. They were making zero dollars off me because they wanted me to try to bring people over to them. But I can't do it when you just don't have people on your platform, right? All right, let me ship this one out, and then we'll talk about the jacket and the big order. Then we'll be done. Vuori, these are a pair of men's Vuori shorts that sold for $29.99 plus shipping. He sold right before the live. We did too, right before the live. So when's your next eBay live? My next eBay live is probably tomorrow afternoon or Wednesday afternoon. eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace. Which other platforms do you use? I don't use Facebook Marketplace. I use eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, whatnot. No Facebook Marketplace. I did Facebook Marketplace for a little bit, but that was like 2 years ago. Facebook Marketplace kind of died after that, so I don't use them anymore. Do you have a warehouse? No, I do everything out of my 2-car garage. We just did an update video too. So if you guys haven't seen the update video, go check it out. We gave our total sales number for the year. On the first of every month, I'm going to recap how much we've sold for the entire year. So you guys can kind of see an idea of how much we're selling. You can also just watch every single video and do the math if you wanted to figure out where we are. But we've done $135,000 in sales since January 1 of this year. That's on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, whatnot, and a little bit on Listed. I think I sold one lot on Listed. But yeah, total sales, $135,000. And I love it because if I were to say that and I didn't have the order pool videos, I would 100% get people that would be like, you're faking it. There's no way you sold that much. But now I can just tell them, go watch the order pool videos. I've shown you every single sale for the entire year. I've shown you screenshots of my whatnot so you can see how much I'm selling on whatnot. So if you just go through and do the math, you know exactly that I'm telling the truth on that. And I have all my numbers plugged into my spreadsheet as well. So that's how I get those numbers super easily. I'm going to pack this one off live, but I sold this men's Robert Graham jacket. It's brand new with tags. Robert Graham jacket. This one sold for $90 plus shipping. And I forgot to put this in the order pool video, but I'm going to show you guys anyway. I'm not going to go and refilm the order pool video, but this Canali jacket has been listed forever. I got a $25 offer on Posh, and I decided to take it, so I got to pack that one up. And I'll do that right after the live. And then the last order that we're going to be shipping out together is going to be a 7-item order. And this is for a big bundle of Polo Ralph Lauren polos. So I have, and some of these I bundled together too. So you can see I have 2 in here. So that's a Polo Ralph Lauren polo. Polo Ralph Lauren polo. Polo Ralph Lauren polo. Another double bundle of Polo Ralph Lauren polos. You got this one right here. And then you got 2 more down here. All 7 of those, well technically 9, but 7 of those sold in a bundle for $161.94 plus $16 shipping. I'm just going to throw those into a bag. Shippo just saved me $1.50 on shipping on some Levi's. Boom, $1.50 savings. Again, just ship your heavier items on Shippo. You're going to save money. This is one of those that I'm going to save money on. So you guys are about to see me save a lot of money on this one because it's going to go into a bag. And I'm going to list it, or I'm going to ship it as bag shipment. So it's going to save me so much. Hold on. Grab one of these big bags right here. And I'm just going to shove all of these into that big bag. And then we're going to weigh it, and we're going to ship it. Yeah, 136 is what I think 136 or 135. Whatever I said in the video yesterday is what we've done. Hold on, I can look it up right now. It's in my spreadsheet. 2026. I'll show you guys on my screen too, so you guys can show that I'm not capping. I'm not capping. No cap in my rap. Also, some people ask me about how much I've sold on the platforms. So here's my spreadsheet. This is Jason Hayes' spreadsheet, by the way. I'm able to track all of my sales on it, and I've been inputting this is an extra step I'm doing just for this year, so I can track the sales throughout the year, so I can give you guys updates throughout the year on those videos. But as you can see, all of my sales throughout the entire year have been plugged into this. I usually do them like once every or twice a month. On like the 15th and the last day of the month, I'll plug in all of my numbers. So you can see they're all plugged in. This is like the Polo Ralph Lauren live that we did on eBay. And then I have all my whatnot numbers right here. So all my whatnot numbers are put in. These are just show numbers, not like individual sales, because it's much easier to track this way. And that is what we've done this year. So, and that doesn't count today's sales. I haven't put those in yet, so it's a lot higher than this. But 24,751 is what we've done on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and that one listed lot. This is how much we've done on Whatnot. So this number is actually going to start directly competing with this number here pretty soon, because we're starting to do eBay lives, obviously. So once we start doing eBay lives, eBay numbers will obviously grow pretty close to what Whatnot is. But that's all my numbers. So track those all throughout the year. If you need a spreadsheet, by the way, if you don't have Nifty and you don't have a way to track your numbers, or if you sell on Whatnot too, you want to track numbers, that spreadsheet is always linked in my bio. That's Jason's spreadsheet. Jason Hayes is another reseller. He makes an awesome spreadsheet. So if you need something similar, go get his spreadsheet. It's really cheap too. You buy it once. You don't have to buy like a subscription, and then you have it all year. And he makes a new one every year. He usually adds some stuff to it, but I've religiously used his spreadsheet for the last few years. Really appreciate you live right now. Let's go. Yeah, I know a lot of YouTubers don't do lives. You know why a lot of YouTubers don't do lives? You don't make any money from this. You make $0. So you'll never see the big dogs doing lives every day because they don't make any money from it. Because a lot of the big dogs, they make their money from YouTube, right? All right, so that fit into this bag just like this. And this is probably heavier than 5 pounds. It is. Hold on, I gotta break out the other scale. I gotta break out the big boy. Gotta break out the big boy. Hold on. How much does this weigh? This weighs 5 pounds, 6 ounces. So we're just gonna round up to 6 pounds just for funsies. I gotta make a custom shipping too. Hold on, I gotta make a custom because I don't have a custom shipment for this size bag. Give me a second. Oh, settings, that's what I need to do. Settings. Where is this at again? Packages. New template. Poly mailer. Where is my measuring tape? There it is. This is 15 by 14. 15 by 14, and this weighs, what did I say, 6 pounds? 6 lbs. If you ship it between 5 and 6 pounds, it's the same exact weight, so that's why I just round up. And this one's going to be called 15 by 14, 6 lbs. Save. Now I can go into my shipments. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place right now, but I gotta create another shipping because this is an awkward package. And then I'm going to ship this out. If I were to ship this out on eBay with the same exact dimensions as I just did, 15, what did I say, 15, what is this, 15 by 14 at 6 pounds. 6 pounds, 15 by 14, and I have to put in a third dimension for eBay, so it's going to be 6 because that's how tall it is. 7 actually. 7. This going ground advantage. You guys are going to shit yourselves when you see this. Ready for this, chat? This is why Shippo's better than eBay, because you don't have to use that third dimension on bag shipments. It's so great. So eBay, let me do this. And I think I do. Wait, hold on. I gotta do. Hold on. I'm messing up again. Swipe that off. Make that bigger. Look at that bottom right hand corner. USPS ground advantage. You can see all of my weights and dimensions are the same. The only thing that's different is it's going to be this 7 inches, because I have to put 7 inches because eBay is going to require me to put the proper dimensions in. Now, if you go over to Shippo and you do the same exact weight and dimensions, same exact weight and dimensions. Let me scroll here so you can see 15. Do I have to do 14? Hold on. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, 15 by 14. Okay, I did it right over there too. 15 by 14 at 6 pounds. You can see at 6 pounds, it's only cost me $8.83 to ship this out. So I'm literally saving almost, what is that? like almost $8 shipping, $7 shipping this out on Shippo rather than shipping it on eBay. When you have bigger packages that fit in bags, highly suggest using Shippo because you're going to save so much money. So much money. And if you ship like bulk shipments all the time, you just buy the subscription because you're going to save so much money on that. I don't even make any money from the subscription either. Shippo makes all the money from that. So do it. Save myself $7 shipping that out. Don't YouTubers make money from all pre-roll ads? Yes, but I'm on live right now. Live money and actual money that you're making from videos are two completely different things. What's goody? What's goody, hustling? Yeah, when you're on live right now, they don't even have any ads right now when they're watching it. They do if they watch the replay, but ads on live is way different, way cheaper. You don't get as much. All right, ship that over there. How much was Shippo's subscription? After 30 items, it depends on how much you need. I think the first subscription is like $10 a month. Don't quote me on that. I think I have the second subscription. I just paid monthly and I don't even look at it. But yeah, if you only ship 30 items or less per month, you don't even need a subscription. You can ship 30 per month. She surfs live yesterday when kids pop in to say hey in chat. And they said, hey, okay, wait, I didn't see that. But his kids love me because I'm better than their father. So, I mean, who blames them, right? And it's tax deduction, exactly. Get to write it off at the end of the year. Again, if you ship less than 30 items per month, which most of you who are watching this are lower sellers, you're selling like 1 to 2 items per day on average. You're probably not even gonna hit that 30 items per month, so you don't have to think about the subscription. But then just ship until you hit the subscription level and then stop shipping for the month. That's what I would say. Most people that complain in the comments, I see it all the time. They're like, I'm not buying it because it's a subscription. And I'll ask them like, how many items do you ship per month? And they're like, a couple people said like 20 to 25. I'm like, you wouldn't even hit the subscription anyway. What are you here complaining about? Stupid. You're sitting here complaining for nothing. But yeah, that's the last item going out the door today. I'm going to pack up those two, the jacket and the blazer, off live. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll have the order pull video coming out later today. And then again, I'll probably do a shipping live tomorrow morning, depending on what we're doing. And then I'll probably have an eBay live at some point this week to test it out one more time. And then a big eBay live on Friday night. Again, if you bought something off our Whatnot show, all your orders have shipped. And if they haven't shipped, because I have a couple left, those are going to ship out today right after this live too. So